Greyson 想跟大家问好，问大家今天谢谢大家过来，然后大家都好吗？今天。
Okay, I heard this is the second time you come to China.
Yes.
So how do you feel? How do you feel there's any differences compared with the last time you're here?
Well, last time I was here, I did a performance for Happy Camp in Changsha, and I think the biggest difference for me is that Changsha and Beijing are so different. They're two different cities to me, and what I really like about Beijing is I love the busyness of the city.
Yeah.
I feel like if I walk outside and I get in anybody's way, they're going to be very angry at me, and I like that energy.
So busy.
Yeah, and I like that, and Beijing reminds me of Chinese New York, and it's a great place, so I'm excited to be here.
Cool.
刚刚我们的主持人 Rachel 问了一下，Greyson 这是他第2次来到中国，那比起他第1次到中国来的经历，这第2次有什么特别的感受吗？然后他说他是上次到中国长沙来参加了另外一个电视节目的一个录制，那这次是他第1次到北京。相对于长沙来说，北京是一个更加繁华和节奏更加快的一个都市。他觉得大家在路上走路的节奏都很快，可能如果他在街上显光不小心挡了谁的道的话，那些行人都会感到非常非常的不开心。所以他就对于他来说，北京就像是中国的纽约，是一个世界级的一个都市，他非常喜欢。
Okay. Last time you've attended the Chinese TV show, as you mentioned earlier. Has your Chinese improved? Any other things you can speak in Chinese other than ni hao or other greeting?
Well, I have learned a couple things. One of my personal favorites, which I say it a lot because I love it to death, but 我很帅. I love that one. I know 我爱你, 你很美. And that's about it. But
really cool.
yeah, so I mean, I'm trying really hard. I respect Mandarin so much because I tried to learn some in Changsha, and I was talking to one of my label reps, and she's teaching me like how you guys have different rhythms for different words, and I'm like, in English we don't have that. Like, oh my gosh, it's so complicated. So I really respect you guys with all the dialects and everything. You guys are much more intelligent than the Americans, I think.
刚刚我们 Rachel 有问到，那第2次来到中国，比起第1次有没有学更多的中文？Greyson 他说他上次其实去长沙就想学很多的中文，那除了谢谢你好这种简单的问候语之外呢，他最近这2天说的非常多的就是我很帅，然后还有一些比如说我爱你啊，你很美啊那种就是赞美的一些话。那对于他来说的话，中文他觉得是一个非常美丽的语言，所以他上次到中国的时候也问了唱片公司的工作人员能不能教他一些词，然后我们的工作人员就跟他解释说，其实我们不同的词在不同的场合有不同的说法和语调，所以他就觉得这个真的很复杂，相对于英语来讲，为什么中文会那么难？然后觉得我们中国人民都是非常非常的勤劳和智慧的，比他们美国人要聪明。
Okay, I can tell the media, the journalists here can wait to communicate with you. So let's get started.
Perfect.
好，接下来请下面的媒体朋友来进行提问。第一个问题。
你唱歌是受谁的影响？就是你走上歌坛的这个最初的契机是因为什么原因走上歌坛？
So he's asking who's your inspiration for starting this career and who influenced you the most?
I think, I don't think I'm really, I necessarily just have one inspiration. I'm so inspired by music in general. I listen to every different type of music. I love electronic, I love rock music, I love pop music, I love jazz, I love classical. I'm a music lover, and I think that's what has inspired me to just continue to love to songwrite and love to perform. And, I grab inspiration from everywhere I go, from where I travel, the people I get to meet, and I love music. At the end of the day, I'm a music lover.
对于他来说，他可能没有就是说特别受到谁的影响，或者是说特别的灵感来源。他各种各样的音乐都喜欢，不光是喜欢流行音乐，还有古典、爵士、电子，各种各样的音乐流派他都会听。然后呢，他的灵感来源也是非常非常的丰富。比如说他出来巡演，或者是跟朋友待在一起的时候，随时他觉得感觉来了，就会有写歌的灵感出现。那说到底，他这样形容自己，他是一位音乐爱好者，也是一位创作者。第二个，
那个15岁他就成为全球瞩目的明星，
直很支持他们。
Okay. So now you're only 15 and you already became the global icon for all the teenagers. Do you feel any pressure from that, and how can you balance this with your family?
I don't think I necessarily feel pressure. I mean, I'm a very anxious person, so I constantly am always like, oh my God, I need to get this done, and you know, sometimes I have my little meltdowns every once in a while, but I mean, I think when you're in this industry, there's going to be pressure, and that pressure pushes you to be better, and to make your, whether it be your live show or a song, it pushes you to become better, so I can deal with the pressure, and I'll continue to deal with the pressure as long as I'm an artist.
What about your family?
Oh, my family life, you know, it's not too difficult. You know, my family is very supportive of me, and both of my siblings are off to college now, so it's a little easier to travel because they're kind of doing their own thing back home. And yeah, I mean, we're a very tight-knit family, so we're just going as taking every day one step at a time.
说到这个压力 ，Greyson 他说，其实他并没有感觉到特别大的压力，因为他本身就是一个追求完美，可能是一个急性子，然后一直就说啊，我要在这个时间一定要完成这个事情，在那个时候一定要达到那个目标。讲到就是说，在这样一个行业当中，说他可能觉得所谓的压力就是让他变得更好的一个动力，无论是在录制专辑还是在做现场演出的时候，这样子的压力对于他来说，更恰当的可以形容为一种动力。那说到家庭的话，他们是一个非常和睦的一个家庭，然后整个家庭都非常支持他进行这样的演出事业。他有一个哥哥一个姐姐，然后他们现在都已经上大学了，所以对于他来说，可能家庭的压力会比较少一点，因为哥哥姐姐都相对独立，然后父母可以全身心的就是把注意力集中在他一个人的身上。下一个问题。
那个你的单曲《Waiting Outside the Lines》这首单曲呢，在优酷音乐的排行一直是在首位的，所以呢，想知道就是说，在中国这边，你有没有想对一些网友和粉丝们表达一些你对他们的一些看法，或者说你觉得他们和你之前的一些粉丝有什么样不一样？
So this is a journalist from Youku, which is a Chinese YouTube, and your MV "Waiting Outside the Lines" is always on the top of their MV charts. So is there anything?
MV means music video.
Music video,
okay.
Yeah. Sorry. So is there anything special you want to say to Chinese fans and those online supporters of you in China?
You know, I would say to the Chinese fans, I mean, thank you. I mean, I never thought that I would be in China and I'd be here promoting my record and actually doing a successful job doing it. And so, you know, I really thank the fans a lot, and especially for this trip, I really thank MTV for bringing me out here. And in return, I'm going to give them a heck of a show. And so, tonight's going to be great. So I'm just excited to be here and getting to experience this moment with my fans.
他非常高兴能够这次来到中国，因为他其实之前没有敢奢望能够那么频繁的来到这里，然后有那么多的歌迷在这里支持他。这次到中国来特别要感谢 MTV 能够向他发出这样子的邀请，所以作为回报呢，他今天晚上会尽全力做一个最好的演出。然后他就说还是要对歌迷表达最大的感谢，希望他们能够一如既往的支持他。下一个问题。
能够说一下跟 Lady Gaga 第一次见面的感觉吗？然后因为除去音乐之余，他怎么看待 Lady Gaga 的造型？就是他因为现在一直走的是比较乖巧的路线，就其实有没有想说稍微让自己张扬一点？
So talking about Lady Gaga, can you describe the first time you met with Lady Gaga in person? And also, besides the music, how do you think of her image and on the style side? And also, actually, your look is very like gentleman, this kind of style. Are you going to try? Are you going to try something a little bit, something a little bit controversial, bit controversial in the future?
Okay. Well, you know, I think with Gaga, the first time I met her, I was just surprised at how sweet she was. And, you know, she's become a very good mentor and a good friend through this whole process. And we stay in touch every once in a while. I get to see her, and we both are very busy. But, you know, when it comes to her image, I'm very inspired by how she always stays herself. And, you know, I take a lot of that inspiration and put that into my songwriting and everything that I do performance-wise, too. But on the clothes, this is all you're going to get from me. Nothing else. I don't like bright colors. I don't like revealing things. You'll never see me in shorts, and that's that.
就是说，讲到他跟 Lady Gaga 第一次碰面的经验，他就说，第一次碰到他，其实 Gaga 私下里面是一个非常和善，然后非常友好的这样一个人，跟他的台上其实有一个很大的一个反差。然后Gaga 对于他整个音乐生涯到现在为止都是一个非常好的老师，也是给了他很多非常好的建议。然后在那个形象上面，他觉得他最欣赏Gaga的一点是始终坚持自己，然后始终做自己想做的事情。那这样一个特质呢，也给 Greyson 在音乐上有很多的一些灵感。他也就是说遵循这样一个原则来做自己的音乐。那讲到他自己的穿着，他就说他可能一直会保持这样子的风格，因为在这个上面他不太喜欢那种比较夸张的亮色啊或者亮片啊，然后他也不太喜欢穿那种短的一些裤子。
那个我想知道，就是说你来到中国嘛，所以有没有对中国的音乐有些了解？那之后会不会有可能出一些中文单曲，或者类似于和中国的一些歌手进行一些合作？那还有就是说，你有没有最欣赏的一些中国本地的一些音乐人，或者和音乐有关系的东西
？Since you're coming to China for the second time, do you have any idea about Chinese music or any other Chinese artists? Are you going to have a chance to collaborate with them in the future?
I think I would love to collaborate with the Chinese artists. Sadly, I'm not too familiar with a lot of Chinese artists, but I have met some Asian artists. I remember when I was in Taiwan, I met a guy named Vanessa, who was we had a really fun dinner together. He's a nice guy, and I met a group called The Mouth, and they were great as well. And, I've met artists throughout Asia, but I'd love to get to know some Chinese artists.
对，到现在为止，可能他对我们内地的艺人还没有什么很深的了解。然后，上次在台湾的时候呢，他和吴建豪一起吃了一顿晚饭，然后这个经历还非常有意思。然后在台湾也见到了另外一支台湾组合叫大嘴巴，跟他们同样有一些音乐上的交流。他是希望在将来呢，可以通过唱片公司或者是一些其他渠道，跟这些华语的艺人做这样一个合作。下一个问题。
这个很多的中国孩子在很小的时候就开始学钢琴，你也是在很小的时候学钢琴。那么你是这个学钢琴的是自己爱好呢，还是父母希望你学钢琴？然后在学的过程中，你是因为钢琴训练也很刻苦，很需要这个苦功夫的啊，你是咬着牙做呢，还是在父母的监督下去做？
So actually, you started learning piano when you were very young, and also a lot of Chinese kids they started learning when they were maybe only 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. So it also requires a really a lot of time every day to practice the piano. So when you're practicing the piano, do you do it as your own willing, or maybe sometimes your parents have to give you some pressure?
My parents never put pressure on me in piano, and to be completely honest with you, I never listened to my teacher. She would always tell me, do scales, do this, and I'd be like, no, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I would go back home, and after our lessons, and she would go, so get done with this book, and I'd go home and just play chords and things that sounded nice, and that's how, technically I'm not one of the best pianists in the world. I can't do what some kids can do where they go through the piano, but I play what I like, and I play music that I like, and that's what I think is most important. And whenever I tell kids when they say, oh, we hate the lessons, I just say, don't listen to your teacher. If you like the piano, play it when you want to, and don't listen to your teacher. And sorry to all the parents that are going to be like, thanks, kid. So.
然后是这样，就是说实话实说，他的父母从来没有给他一些压力。然后，另外他透露一小秘密，他从来不听他钢琴老师跟他说的那些，因为钢琴老师都说，你要完成音阶练习，你要完成这个练习曲那个练习曲。但是他每次回家的时候，就是说弹自己喜欢弹的一些东西，弹自己感兴趣的一些东西，然后一直在自己即兴创作一些小的一些即兴的段子。那对于他来说的话，弹钢琴，其实他可能不是世界上技术最好的一个钢琴演奏者，但是他弹钢琴完全是出于自己的一些喜欢。然后如果有一些学钢琴的小孩问他，我觉得学钢琴很苦怎么办？他的建议是不要听你的老师，就跟随你的兴趣爱好和你脑子里听到的旋律去弹就可以了。
经常有人拿他跟 Justin Bieber 比较，他是怎么看待这件事情的？他喜欢这样吗？还是喜欢这个比较方法吗？然后他觉得他们俩之间很不同。
Okay. Actually, there must be some people compare you with Justin Bieber. So how do you think the difference between you and him as an artist?
I mean, I would say that me and Justin, we sing very different types of music. But, you know, I'm definitely not bothered by any comparison. You know, people always think, oh, you must hate it, you must hate it. And it's not really like that. It's like we're both doing our own sort of thing. We're both just loving music and being artists.
对，他跟 Justin Bieber 是完全不同的两种艺人。然后可能有人认为，如果把他跟 Justin Bieber 比，他自己会感到非常不安，或者是觉得不太乐意。但他这方面可能态度就是比较开放，比较坦然。只不过他们是属于完全不同的音乐类型，然后大家都在自己的类型上做得非常好。
我想问一下，他对未来几年的音乐规划是什么样？然后有什么特别想达成的目标吗？还有就是他现在在中国也很红，未来会考虑到中国来发展。
Okay, so what's your plan in the coming years, and also is there any specific achievement you want to make in the future? And also, you're very famous now in China. Do you have any kind of plan to come into China specific in China be part of your recording career?
You know, I think for any future plans, you know, I'm very excited, and especially tonight at the show, I'm going to be premiering a new song that nobody in China has heard yet. That's going to be previewing my upcoming record, and so, I mean, this year I'm all focused on putting my record out and just promoting that. And you know, for achievements, I think the biggest goal for me is to just put out good music. You know, I can't really ask for anything besides that, and just put on a good live show. And so I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. And when we talk about China especially, I'm just so overwhelmed by the support here and all the fans, and hopefully I can continue to come back, and hopefully I can actually do a show here for once coming soon, and just keep on interacting with the fans.
讲到未来的一些计划，可能短期内1-2年，他就是说又会出一张新的专辑。今天晚上呢，在 MTV 的演出上，他会演出一首全新的歌曲，之前在中国没有任何一个人听到过。今天晚上会是在中国的首秀。讲到在未来具体的目标，可能他的目标就是为大家做更好的音乐，然后做更好的现场演出。中国的话，他对这边的支持感到非常的感谢，然后完全出乎他的意料，他没有想到在中国有那么多的歌迷会支持他，然后他觉得在未来几年内，他希望能够在中国开自己的演唱会，然后能够更多的回到这里。好，下一个问题。
现在中国有很多这个少年渴望一夜走红，然后你可以说是一个幸运儿，就是说在别人眼中你是一个幸运儿，这么年轻就已经大红大紫，那你怎么看待自己这个命运的转变？包括怎么样看待名和利的这个。
Okay, there are so many teenagers these days. They want to be famous overnight. So, in this turn, actually, you are kind of lucky, and also you are kind of like role model for them. So, how do you deal with this kind of big changes in your life, and how do you think of the fame and also all these compliments and everything brought by your career?
You know, I think definitely at first after I became an artist, it was tough. It was a really tough transition because all of a sudden I was working so much and I was flying everywhere, and it was a big transition for me. But I think it just mainly it took time. You know, it's like the saying practice makes perfect. I mean, that's what we did for like the whole time. I kept on practicing, I kept on working, and then eventually I got used to everything. I got used to this new life. I got used to performing and writing music, and now, I mean, it's become my life. It's normal to me. But you know, I think one of the toughest things about this all would probably be the traveling. The traveling can get very tiresome, and just it wears your body out a little bit. But I mean, besides that, I love what I get to do. I get to write music and perform, and that's at the end of the day, that's all I ask for.
是这样，他觉得其实实话实说，这样子突然之间的转变，这个跟他以前的生活完全不一样。对他来说，可能刚开始的时候有一些不适应，因为他从一个非常简单的一个学生变成了一个艺人，然后要全世界各地飞，每天都有很多的工作。开始的时候的确是有一些的不适应，然后到后来可能随着他慢慢的就是进入这样子的工作的一个程序，然后进入这样的轨道，他也慢慢的适应了下来。 然后可能到现在为止，唯一的一件事情就是。他因为要全世界各地飞，然后飞来飞去，包括时差啊，包括一些那个旅途的劳顿，自己还不是这方面可能处理的还不是非常好。但是总体上来说呢，他还是很高兴自己能够进入这样一个行业，然后有机会能够实现自己的音乐梦想，为大家带来更好的音乐。好，接下来最后2个问题。
那个，因为他是演唱 Lady Gaga 的歌，然后 po 在 YouTube 上，然后爆红，然后进阶上 Ellen Show， 所以 Ellen 对他人生当中的意义是什么？因为他现在也是他旗下的第1位签约艺人。
Okay, the question is about Ellen DeGeneres because Ellen actually found you on the YouTube because you played the Lady Gaga song Paparazzi. So how do you describe your relationship with Ellen? And because also you're kind of the first artist she signed.
Well, in a term, Ellen is kind of my boss. I'm signed to her record label 1111, and we work together, and she's worked really close with me on making my first record, and now making my second record and finalizing everything. So we work very closely together, and we're always pushing forward and coming up with new ideas together.
怎么说Alan 现在就是他的老板，因为他也签了 Alan 旗下的唱片公司。对于他来说，他们是有一个非常近和非常亲密的一个工作关系。Alan 是他第1张专辑的制作人之一，然后现在也在跟他制作第2张专辑。然后在工作风格上的话，Alan 也是那种就是要求非常严格，就是希望把所有的事情都能够向前推进的这样子一个人。所以他现在觉得现在跟Alan这样子一个老板和雇员艺人的一个关系，还有这样子一个工作关系，他还觉得非常不错。
现在中国有很多电视台在做一些这个草根明星的这种选秀，就是很多热爱唱歌的人，然后他们都是很平常的老百姓，然后参加电视的一些相关节目，成为这个走上这个艺人的道路。但是我不知道美国有没有这样相关的电视节目去从草根当中发现歌手，然后他们怎么样对待这个自己的草根歌手，怎样发掘他们的人气，开拓他们的音乐市场。
So there are a lot of talent shows here in China.
I'm sorry?
There are a lot of talent shows.
Oh, talent shows.
Talent shows in China.
Thank you, Penny.
So they're finding those people coming out of nowhere and they're trying to make them the superstar. And so he's asking, is there any kind of similar shows in America? And how do you find those people and make them the superstar in the future? How this model work in U.S.?
Well, there's definitely shows like that in America, like America's Got Talent. There's definitely American Idol, which goes and finds singers and performers. But, I think at the end of the day, it depends on who you get. And because, when you arrive in this business, it's not everything is just handed to you. It's not like, boom, star, you're done. Get out of here. Like, you have to work so hard for it, and you really have to dedicate your whole life to it, not just a little part of your life, but everything. And so I think it really depends on what person you get, and in the talent show, whether they're willing to sacrifice everything. Because at the end of the day, this life, and especially music, it's 100%. If you put 70 into it, no output for you. You have to put everything into it.
在美国也有很多类似的节目，比如说那个美国达人啊，或者是美国偶像这样子。对于他来说，可能他觉得更重要的是，你从这个秀里面出来之后，你今后自己的努力到底有花多少时间放在这样子一个工作上面？因为不是说你成为了这个比赛的冠军，然后你马上就能够走红。因为这个行业是需要每一个艺人全身心去投入，付出自己所有的精力，然后才有可能会成功。就是说，如果你没有做好准备，100%的把自己的所有的生活和所有的一切都付出给这个行业，如果你只付出了70%的话，那可能成功的可能性就会小非常非常多。好。